Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are starting Legacies Season 2. That is right, we're flying through it. So Season 2 is beginning today. Hopefully guys enjoyed the first series and got your votes in for your most liked and disliked characters. And obviously we're going to continue with the storyline, it seems, from Season 1 into Season 2. We don't usually do that, but I do like it. There was so much information being dashed out in the final episode that it wouldn't have made any sense to conclude the storylines in that final episode. We have pushed it into the second season, which I have no problems with. I feel like there's loads of potential still to go, and the storyline has not run its course yet. We've still got to find out more about Malvo and how his relationship with LANDON is going to progress. Obviously, it's interesting because we found out that his dad is the Tar Pit. It's Malvo. He was created by the wolves, vampires and the witches to pretty much eradicate the supernaturals from the earth to protect the humans. But obviously there was one condition: those three creators, the werewolves, vampires and witches that created him, could not obviously be banished by Malvo. So that was interesting. And then we got told a full backstory about how obviously is it Ryan, that was LANDON's brother. He was the one that was been searching for all these mystical objects in this in the full season. Then we obviously seen Hope come to the rescue and try to save LANDON. Obviously he was against bringing his father back, and she come in, put up a great fight, and she ended up doing a mimicking spell from her to Ryan, and she ended up, like, you know, trotting over, grabbing each other's throat, and boom, mate, threw them both into the pit, which is so interesting because obviously all the mystical objects have been thrown in there. Malvo is waking. The consequence of this as well is that everybody's going to forget who Hope is. The reason why she jumped into the pit is because, like the episode was called, everything has a loophole. Magic always has a loophole, and she believes she is it. She thinks that she should never really have been on this earth, considering she's from, obviously she's a Lebanese. She's obviously a vampire as well from the Klaus's side, and they can't have kids, the vampires. So it's madness that she's obviously the tribrid, and she's kind of like a miracle, and she believes that she is a counter to obviously this magic, as well as obviously LANDON. It's interesting because he now has not got a girlfriend. He's forgot who Hope is, but the repercussions of Hope doing this is like everybody forgets. Yeah, Raphael, he has transitioned over into a werewolf. Yeah, who's going to bring him back? He needed Hope to do that, so nobody knows where he is now. How can he tell anybody? Is he going to stay in his wolf form? Do you know what I mean? Again, another action that is going to be based off the Hope's decision to jump in and what's going to happen to him. We've seen JOSIE. She was shot in that episode, the final episode of the season. Looked like she was about to die. Lizzie was so emotional, you know. She could have took an easy way out, you know, let her die and her stay alive, and that means that there would be no merge. But no, they done everything they can to save her. They got Hope's blood. It worked. She's back alive. Obviously Rick then ended up telling them about the Gemini Coven, about obviously the merging and stuff like that. Obviously we found that out in the episodes before. They've gone and found the Ascendant that is inside his office. They've got it. They stole it. They've got it under the pillow. They don't know what it is, but they're going to do some deep diving and digging and find out you know, the use of it. I would kind of like it to tie into going to see Kai. Last time we seen him, that he wasn't actually dead. He was locked in a prison world by Stefan, I believe it was. That was when he sing knocking on Heaven's Door with a mic drop. He said he killed it. It was good, and I'd love to see him, honestly. We obviously found out MG is not going to be supporting his mum. He was saying, mate, if you're working for Triad, then maybe we shouldn't be family at all. You know, he was the one walking away from her this time. Very interesting. And obviously Rick, he apologised to the school. He said the only reason why Triad was able to get into the school was because he put emergency measures in place. He never knew how the kids would react into, like, the school and the situations, and considering he's a human, and obviously the families are humans and that, it was like a safe way to get out of jail. If anything was going wrong, he could run down these tunnels, he could get out, he could use one of the dark objects from the Travellers, and he could cut all the powers off to turn the kids back into kind of like normal while they're in the school grounds, so in case anything kicked off. So I don't blame him for having that contingency in place, but he actually said, look mate, I do apologise, it was my idea to have this in, and they found it out and they used it against us, so if you don't want me to be a head teacher anymore, that is it's fine, but I would like you to vote for it. So that is where we currently left it. Loads of stuff going on, so I am glad we dived into season 2, and I can't wait to find out what happens now with Hope, with the Swordsman girls, and obviously with MG and crew, because I feel like they was really good as well. So thanks for clicking on today's video. Hopefully guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 1 of season 2 of Legacies.
At the Salvatore School, the end of the year means different things to different people. For some, it's about reunions. To others, it means saying goodbye. My name is Landon Kirby. All I've ever wanted to know is where I come from. To have a home. A family. I know I need to keep searching for answers, because as far as I can tell, being immortal means being alone.
Hopeless, mate. They changed that. It's different.
Sorry. Mom almost busted me.
You know we can face chat like normal people. We aren't normal.
Any hot summer dates?
Dad's been like my life plus one ever since he got the headmaster boot. Landon's been keeping to himself mostly. There's codependent, and then there's leaving Dad with his alarming mustache growth.
Do you know what? That's where, like, I wish I had a twin man. Because he's just together. Like, look at it, mate. It'd be so good. Like, you bounce everything off them, convo every day, mate. Somebody there, best mate. See, I'm jealous of them in that way, because I never had like a sibling my age like that. I do love it, man. It must be so good having a twin. It must be sick. Not when you have to go kill them, but again, just said that Raph has been with Landon. Now, I'm sure in the intro as well, they reiterated what I said, that he had the necklace and he turned into wolf form and he couldn't get back. So that's interesting. He's got a beard. And it's grey, mate.
So how's the headmaster search going?
Caroline's narrowing it down. I know I may have gotten heated over the vote.
You did.
Yeah, okay. I probably overreacted. I'm still wondering how 3-1 happened. Yeah, I just assumed I could count on your vote.
It's got to be a bigger picture.
I see Raph is eating better than I am.
Ah, okay, so he is in the wolf form. We'll do that.
Yes. Sing to me, baby. That's what I like to hear. Narration goes one way. What you heard was a conversation. I was there the day she was born.
That's dark, dude.
I appreciate everything that you're doing for me, Caleb. I really do. But it doesn't change the fact. And then school ended just when Lizzie Saltzman thought I was cool. We don't say that name. And you must start practicing for the cook-off that happens on this rooftop every 4th of July. That's straight Gertrude right there. Yeah, that's her.
He's funny, Caleb. I'm mad how he's growing on me.
I know you're in there, Raph. I'm gonna find a way to get you back, and then everything will be good again, okay?
I hope he remembers who Hope is. That would be
Hope.
the good loophole. Innit, mate? Every magic has a loophole. That would be the sick one. The fact that he wasn't in human form, so he still remembers, that would be sick. He come back, he'd go, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's like, what? 3-1 vote on Rick. What is going on there? You know, his daughter surely got a vote for him. And what about the others? Not having it. It's got to be part of a bigger plan that they know that if we don't get him in charge, he could do all this stuff that he's doing right now. That's part of the bigger picture. It has to be, otherwise it needs to be clear to me and explained, like Rick needs, how he got voted out 3-1 in a 4 vote.
Post tenebras pero lucem.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh my god. We're in hell.
No such thing. Your best guess. You've been consumed by Malivore?
No.
You don't want me to point out that all your romantic heroics were for nada? I can help you.
I don't see how.
I spent years inside this place. Every creature consumed by my father used to exist here in total isolation. Maybe there's a way for us to escape.
Hey, he's got such a smug face. Plays his character really well.
Partners?
Pass.
Again.
Slap.
Your old friend, the mimic spell.
That was good. I do love that spell. Right, we've gone from June to July now. It's been a month.
I mean, I know it's taking a lot longer for us to get you out of this mess than we both hoped, but
You got your own wolf den?
They left fibers, footprints, hair. Just don't know who they were.
Isn't that the point? If somebody went into the Malibor pit, they'd be erased from our memories.
So, Dad, I was actually hoping we could talk about the Ascendant.
Wait, is that Landon right?
And you ask my dad why he won't give me answers to my very simple questions on how my sister and I can survive past the age of 22?
It's because your dad doesn't have any answers he's able to give you.
I'm gonna head back to campus.
Oh, but what about the fireworks?
Oh, I'm worried they might scare her off. No, I don't want him to be alone.
I'm suddenly not in the mood to celebrate anything.
You talking to your mate? Nah, that'd be weird, right? Milton. Your daddy hates you or something? Not so recently. But my friends call me MG.
What would have been sick if he turned around and it was Thingy stood there, Caleb. Mate, the guy's killing himself constantly. Is he? Do you reckon the more he kills himself, the more he gets a memory? Yeah, he is. I knew it, man.
Listen to me! Whatever this is, it's gonna destroy you!
Hey, the transitions have been absolutely swift, have they not?
It's not a big deal.
Who do you think you're talking to? My sister is the queen of self-harm. I know it when I see it.
Maybe I should focus on other people's problems instead of my own.
It's not what I'm doing.
That's a lie.
How do you know?
Because when you lie as often as I used to, you develop a gut feeling.
Maybe we should both stop worrying so much about dying.
I don't think he is worried about dying, because he can't die.
Relax, Special King. It's just barbecue. I stood by you when I thought you murdered one of our friends. Did you say something stupid like that again? We ain't brothers, man.
Yeah. Hey, I tried your meat. Yeah? Solid second place. See you on the podium.
Yeah, but this time you'll be looking up. I may have found someone.
My sister.
What's up? Yeah. She here? Yeah. Which orange top? Best summer. Never. Kidding me. I've told you a million stories about Kim. Kim. Your sister? Have all the summer fun you want. Just don't be having it with her.
I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. It's always better when we're together.
Ah, wow, they're well cute. Ah, she's got a ukulele as well. Oh, she can play.
Songwriting? Stop.
It's been like actual fun.
You know what's actual
Oh, wow,
fun?
she looks well happy.
Mom and I taking the speed train to Rome for the weekend.
Oh, she's not even there. Ah, I've got to say, mate. No, this, how can I say it about, like, even it sounds disrespectful. She looks so much prettier this season, but I never thought that she wasn't pretty at all. Like, so that's not what I'm saying. She just glowed. You know when someone just like glows up, you just look at them now. I don't know if it's because you always see them dressed in a school clothes, you know, like she always got a shirt on and like a cardigan, and now she's dressed in casuals, and she's like, I don't know, we've seen her in a different environment. Like, I think it's like the vibey music, you see them happy. Before it was like all serious mode, and it's like every time I said with Hope, when she smiles, I'm like, wow, you're really beautiful, Hope. But most of the time, she's not smiling. So then, you're always looking at her concerned and sad. And like, I feel like she's always dead serious, and she's always in that mode. And now she's in like enjoy mode. School clothes off, dress down, hair down, happy vibing, guitar laughing. It's like she looks like she's glowed up and she's having fun. And she's like, I don't know. I think like if someone's looking like they're having fun and they're happy, it's more attractive. Like, because their personality just like glows. And that's her, man. She looks so good. She's had a good, I don't know, glow up from season 1 to 2. I would all be for her and Landon as well. It's just what I would not be for, though, is if they get together and Landon remembers and then wants to dish her away and get Hope. Now, that's nothing to do, like, I just don't like that. I would feel so bad for her. Because I did like Landon and Hope as well last season. Didn't have a problem with it. But if he's going to forget her, as everybody has, I wouldn't mind going in this direction because they do look very cute together.
How long do you think we've been here?
We're in 3 months now, aren't we?
What the hell was that?
So why is a supervillain like you scared?
I'm just a kid who's afraid of his father and will do anything to get away from him.
Luke's. It's a comfort spell. It's supposed to provide peace of mind. Invisic.
Meaning?
I'm invisible to them.
You're invisible. What about me?
That was sick.
Veritas tempus. A truth spell. You can only answer me honestly.
And it's been 3 days, and maybe I am just assuming the worst, but the worst is usually what happens. It's bad enough that he's stuck as a wolf, but if he's lost, he's got no one. I can't let him be alone.
Trying to figure out why the vortex comes. Always after I do magic. Am I getting warm?
Scalding.
Malivore doesn't want me here. I'm toxic to him.
Can't lie, right? So you know I'm telling the truth when I say that if you help me go back too, you'll never see me again.
I wanted to go back and get him. I actually don't mind him at all. She called him Clark. I'm sure it's called Ryan Clark.
Thank you for this.
It's honestly child's play. It's how I used to cheat at hide and go seek.
When I go under, I see images. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's the answer to everything.
No answer is more important than making sure that you don't accidentally overshoot your Phoenix quota.
And then until Raph went missing, I think I was finally starting to get happy. I don't want to cause problems, but I think that your dad is lying to you about the Ascendant.
To take care of Dad, make sure that he doesn't fall into a depression or buy a motorcycle. I gave up my summer with Mom to make sure that you wouldn't be alone, and this entire time you've been lying to me about the Ascendant? The Ascendant is a lock to a prison world. It's a long story, but we have an uncle that is trapped down there, and he's the only other living member of our lunatic family. This guy murdered his twin. So, Dad said it's a last resort.
I'm in therapy 3 hours a day. When I'm not with a shrink, I'm with a doctor. I'm doing everything I can to get better. But promise me, you will make the most of the rest of this summer.
You know what, right? That Lizzie situation there just shows you that you never know somebody's problems that they're going through. Yeah, okay, we watch this and she lashes out sometimes and here and there, but generally she looks like a normal teenage girl going around living a day, and she has a few tantrums and stuff. But she's actually got something proper wrong with her. She's going to therapy and all this stuff shrinks. It's mad. You never know what somebody's going through in the mind, in the head. And this is why it's always, you go down to, you should just always be a nice person. That is literally it. Like, because I said it before, you never know that your one nice thing that you've done to somebody in that day, yeah, could have been the nicest thing that somebody's done to him in months. They could have had a shit day. They could have, like, thinking, right, I'm going to end it today or whatnot. And you've done something, changed their mind. You know, one good deed can ripple effect and change and impact somebody for God knows how long. And it's just mad. Like, just a message that you should always be a good person. Whether, you know, like, you dislike somebody, just ignore them then. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't go over them, don't bully them. If you're in school and you pick on people, just stop it. You know, like, because you never know. Somebody looks fine on the outside, but you never know the troubles that people go through on the inside. And I always think that just try and respect everybody and just let everybody be who they are, and just, you know, good vibes all the time. There's no point, you know, you have one life, don't you? Let's not just, like, bully people and hurt people, and just respect everyone. So a big up to her as well, man, because one thing that you got to do as well is, like, a big thing is saying it out loud. And she done it then, you know. Sometimes you hold it in, embarrassed, you got it out, sisters, you know, everything, tell everything. Like I was saying at the start, that's why it's good when you got someone there. So well done. I'm excited for that, and I've actually really enjoyed the stories in this episode so far, all of it.
I didn't see you. Are you okay?
Yeah, Dorian, I'm okay.
How did you know my name?
Your parking pass.
Well, we're all locked up in there. Everyone's gone for the summer.
Well, she knows the code.
The longer he's a wolf, the less human he'll be. And at what point does a wolf no longer need a human best friend?
Maybe he moved on. He saw that you have someone who can help you be happy.
I also got to say, it's hope, man. You chose to sacrifice yourself, and this is a consequence. You know what I mean? You can't judge anybody on the actions that they're doing because they don't know you.
Is this seat taken? I'm kind of here to tell you the things you don't want to hear, right?
Missed your eyes.
Oh, admittedly, they're pretty dreamy.
So much for accuracy. I would never say that.
It's creative license. I want to hear about everything because I love you. And you love me.
You leaving town is a stupid move, and you know it.
Okay, besides, what's happening between you and Josie? I don't even know I exist.
That still hurts.
I'm gonna ask this one question correctly, then I promise I'll go running back to you. Are you happy?
You can go and save Raph, man.
Did you leave me for a minute? I don't really want to cry in front of you, even if you're fake.
Mate, the soundtrack has been decent in this season. Well, it's only season 1. I mean, 2, episode 1. But, like, I've enjoyed the soundtrack this episode. And I've got to say, that's one of those situations, you see it on Twitter where it's like, mate, I've just woke up and my boyfriend cheated on me with it in my dream. mate, I'm going to be ignoring him for the next week. He's in the doghouse, and the guy's done nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's not even been part of it, and that's kind of the same with Landon there. Like, he doesn't even know who Hope is, and she's kind of like peed off at him, but she can't really. She knows in her head that she can't be, because what's he going to do? Not kiss Josie when he don't even know who Hope is? Do you know what I'm saying? So, interesting. I've got to admit, I really do like Hope and Landon together. Chemistry is great, and I do think they bounce off each other really well, and all the scenes are fantastic. But, yeah, there is a but. I like Josie as well. And the fact that we jumped in this episode, I'm taking it from what I see in front of me. They don't know Hope, and he is happy with Josie right now. I would not want her to go in and say, I'm here, and then he pushes her aside and picks Hope. That would just be the same situation as MG dancing with Lizzie, and Raph comes and she pushed him aside and danced with... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter which couple alike. He only remembers one, Josie, right now. And I wouldn't... it would be unfair for her to come in and, smash it apart just because she's around. So... I don't know what to say with that one. I actually physically don't know. Also do know is I really do like Hope and Landon together. But because he can't remember her, and I'm liking how happy Josie is right now, very conflicted.
There's so much sucked. I mean, you tell me to move on. And the first time I actually do, you tell me I can't even talk to her.
She's my sister, man. But I'll make it up to you by getting you what you want most in the entire world.
Date with Lizzie.
Lizzie Saltzman. Best semester ever.
Yes, Caleb.
Okay?
It's a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, crap.
I can't believe this is happening again. Please, give me one final chance to serve you. Send me back, and I will be what you always wanted. I will destroy Hope Michelson.
Hey, tried some more, mate. I wonder who that is. Interesting. Now, this Legacies logo is different from the one at the start. It definitely is. I said it. The loop was not in the G, and it is there. So, I thought it was a good episode. I liked it. I thought it done well again in establishing stories as well as continuing on from the last season. I really like what was going on with like Raphael is still a wolf, yeah. It's good that they kept that continuity. I like how they said that Hope couldn't be in there. He was destroying from the inside because she's not physically dead, because she's not she hadn't embraced her full tribal powers, so she was corrupting him from the inside. I like it. I do like the mimicking spell that they done. She went out. Now, I would have gone and tried to get him out. I know that he's on his last legs, you know, like, mate, I can't bother being in here. If you want me to go out and be the bad guy, I'll go out and be the bad guy, you know. If I was Hope, I would have tried to somehow get him, because he was speaking the truth. She put a true spell on him, so, like, that's it, innit? If someone does a true spell on you and the guy's physically telling you, mate, let me out, I'll go away, I'll disappear, I just don't want to be here. He's speaking the truth. He's got a true spell on him. He's not chatting no crap. So I do think, obviously, that part was a mistake because he's coming back. Now, Hope can't blame Landon for kissing Lizzie because he doesn't know her. But that is an interesting relationship that I am excited to see progress. And I want to know what Hope's going to do as well, you know, like, because I do like the Landon and Hope relationship. I mean, I do like their relationship. It was like all of season 1, started in the originals. So I'm not going to say I want him to be with Josie, but what I am going to say is I just don't want her to come in and disrupt it right now and say, I'm here, when she clearly asked in the question, are you happy? And he is. The guy is, and so's Josie as well. She looks really pretty as well this season. She's grown up, and I like how Lizzie is trying to sort out her mental state problems as well, and she's acknowledged it with, you know, with her sister speaking through it and going to therapy sessions, and I'm learning, I'm trying to get better. You know, that is the biggest step of them all, speaking it out loud. Caleb as well, mate. I'm going to let you get, what does he say? Lizzie Saltzman semester or something. Mate, get in there. That's going to be a good one as well. I'd never expected him to be as decent as he is. I definitely thought he was going to be a terrible character, and he's definitely changed my mind. So, big up you. I thought it was a good episode. Okay, and that is going to wrap up episode 1 of season 2. Hopefully, guys, enjoyed it. Lots of storytelling. Again, you know, Rick is not the head teacher anymore. So apparently, he was voted out in a 3-1 vote from 4 people. Now, the 4 people, yeah, was Josie, Dorian. We had, I was going to say MG. We had Caleb, and well, actually, I don't even know who the 4th one was. It was Raph, but he wasn't there. And the 5th one was Hope. So, I mean, that's interesting. But I don't know how he's been voted out. It doesn't make sense. Like, they need to address that. Unless it's for a bigger purpose. Now, he did explain to the girls about the Ascendant. And that Kai is alive in a prison world. And it's a last resort. Now, I need that last resort to be factual things, and we need to see him, because Kai Parker is an absolute beast, mate. He is. Every time he's in the show, he just makes the episode better. He steals it. Sick, mate. What a character he was. So he needs to be in it at least for 1 episode. I like how we're seeing Raphael as well, chilling with with Landon for most of for 3 months, but then he decided to leave him when he noticed he was getting happy and spending time with Josie, and he could see their relationship building, and I'm guessing that he didn't want to be a burden around him. Now Hope's back and she can transition him over, but again, the question is, does he remember who Hope is? I would love that to actually be a thing. I would love the fact that because he was in his wolf form when she disappeared, that he can still remember her. Now, we did see Landon say when he jumps in and he dies, he can see flashes and glimpses of a memory. It's of Hope. But Josie said, mate, look, the most important thing is you don't test how many times that you could be reborn. That is true. That's a fact. You know, you can't say I've got unlimited lives, because you don't know that for a fact. You don't know that. So the best play is to just not kill yourself. So I agree with her on that, but I do like what he was doing. I liked the conversations between Clark and Hope when he was in the prison world, and like obviously he was saying that he spent all his life trying to please his dad. Really, he's not the bad guy, and all he wants to do is get out. And if you let him get out, he'll go far away. He won't cause any problems for her friends at school. Nothing. He'll just go. She didn't bring him with her. She left, and now he's resulting in saying that he'll go after Hope, he'll kill her, he'll take her down. I want him to kill her. I physically want him to kill her. Season 2 needs to be the season Hope transitions into the tribe. She needs to be the vampire power. She needs to get them. We can't be sailing into season 3 without all 3 of the things, unless they tie that into a storyline. Season 3, tribrid, 3 powers. I would accept it if they went down that avenue and made it factually a thing. If they was playing on it, free. If they wasn't, and it was just like whatever it needs to be this season. I need to see her become a vampire. I do like Caleb as well. How he is a good friend with MG. You know, I think he's quite funny actually. He makes me laugh. Rick's got a beard as well, old man beard. He looks like a proper dad. But I'm enjoying him. To be honest, I do enjoy Rick. I think he's a good character, and although I'm disappointed that he is not the head teacher of the school anymore, I'm excited because potentially I would like him to be in the show more. That sounds daft because he's quite in it, but like in the show more of a storyline to save the girls now. Instead of being a head teacher and being around like for all the kids, we need to be Lizzie, Josie, save them, Caroline, all this stuff, go all in, Kai, Ascendant. That is what I would like, because we do need to find a solution to the merge. I would just love the merge to happen or whatever it is, but then, you know, they both win, you know, both ones. Draw. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's exciting. I would love to see that, because last episode, the last time we seen it, Josie was stronger. She was the one that cast a spell. She was the one that blew Lizzie away. And then, obviously, we left it there. So, we still do know that the merge has got to happen. And I want to know, obviously, who's going to win and how they're going to win and survive from it. But it's been a good episode for season 2 for the opening. I thought they done well in continuing the story on, and I'm excited obviously for the future episodes of the season, because I do feel like the vibes have changed a little bit. I like the music as well. I thought it went well, got characters and storylines building, and you know, I can't wait for the rest of it. So thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.